There have been repeated attacks by Republicans and right-wing media on legitimate, ethical, good faith actions by the Justice Department. I'm talking about the attacks on the Justice Department's criminal indictments against Trump, the January 6 rioters, and others in the Trump orbit. None of these actions are witch hunts or weaponization of the Justice Department. If you simply read through the indictments or keep up with credible news sources, you would know that failing to bring indictments would have been a grave miscarriage of justice. A lot of what is being prosecuted happened in plain sight or has been reliably reported on. The Republican attacks on the Justice Department are serious, but the bigger threat is from Republican-appointed judges that certainly seem to not be performing their duties in good faith. Aileen Cannon is certainly one of them. She was clearly unqualified to be appointed in the first place and clearly seems to be making controversial bad faith rulings in favor of Trump, some of which have been strongly rebuked by higher appeals courts. In one instance, the appeals court literally said that she seemed to have granted a special exception for Trump in defiance of our nation's foundational principle that our law applies to all. Even more serious, the Supreme Court seems to have acted in bad faith in needlessly delaying the Trump election interference trial. This is even more troubling in the light of the recent news that Justice Samuel Alito's home displayed a Stop the Steal flag after January 6th. That hardly seems impartial, now does it? A corrupt Supreme Court is a nightmare. If it weren't for the inappropriate intervention of these judges, it's likely that at least the classified documents case or the election interference case against Trump would be well underway by now. The charges brought in the documents case are incredibly serious and fairly cut and dried. Probably the only way that Trump would escape conviction would be if one of the jurors didn't act in good faith. Loading up the courts with judges who are in your pocket is what you would expect from organized crime, and it's what the Republicans seem to be doing now.